YouTube, what is good? It is your boy Quan G's and I'm back at y'all with another video. Today I'm dropping key details you need to know about NBA 2K26, especially if you don't want to get dropped off on your nugget when the game drops. With my 7-foot center in the Court Conqueror event right now, and with these new gameplay changes in NBA 2K26, builds like this are going to matter more than ever. You see it, 99 O board, 97 D board. This build is a true powerhouse, but this video ain't just about my build. It's about the biggest gameplay changes dropping in 2K26, so you know exactly what you're walking into day one. If you're messing with the build, drop a like, and if you're new, hit that sub so you don't miss any NBA 2K26 drops. All right, let's break this down. Before we get into all these gameplay changes, real quick, make sure you mark your calendars. NBA 2K26 early access drops August 29th, and the full global launch is September 5th. So we're about the month out, plenty of time to lock in, make sure you know what changes so you're not behind day one. All right, now let's get into the real sauce, the real, you feel me, flavor. The biggest gameplay changes you need to know, starting with shooting. 2K26 is going to be full green or mist this year on higher difficulties and comp modes. So if you're not greening your jump shot, you're missing, plain and simple. And honestly, I like that, bro. No more white draw. I feel like I'm playing on high risk, actually taking the time out to learn my jumper, practice my jumper. And then you got Billy Bob Joe just playing on low risk and just chucking up shots, making all whites. I feel like, bro, if you don't time it, you don't deserve the bucket at the end of the day, bro. How y'all feel about that? Let me know in the comment section, you feel me? This is going to separate the real shooters from the bots who just want to hold square and pray. If you shoot this year, if you want to shoot this year, you better practice your release. Know your build and time the green window every single time. No excuse. And it's just not jump shots this year too. Layup time is permanently on in NBA 2K26. So for all them slashes and rim runners just holding square under the basket, y'all better learn to time them damn layups too. I actually love this too because it means you gotta have some skill when you're driving, not just turbo and pray. So if you can't master your layup timer, you're gonna be food for bigs like mine in that paint. Now, shout out to my boy Laker fan. He's a YouTuber in the 2K community, and he dropped a video on this too about how in 24 where he was basically, he had takeover and he would throw up floaters from like 20 to 25 feet away from the back.
Like this, you see my timing not exactly perfect or anything like that, and you see me make a 34% contested layup. But then you come back and kind of tie everything together. I have slash takeover enabled. My build is a bit more like a slasher for that matter. Layup timing was still important, like they rewarded it, for instance. And the fact that it was like, you know, in the ballpark of being almost a full window of that meter right there is a pretty, you know, you stack all those things up together, it's like you're doing a lot of things correct. You get what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to get at is the reason people run NA on their layup meter is because slashing is invaluable. If it was valuable, they would do stuff like this game allowed it to be valuable. You get where I'm getting at with all this? When there is power in the playstyle, people will do things that quote unquote take skill. Now, whether you want to call this take skill or not, fair enough, but it's a way different, you know, ballpark than just talking about someone running no like turning the timing off on their layups in general and just taking that.
All right, so listen, I do love it having the timing layups, but all I'm saying, I don't want the fake stuff from 24 carrying over to 26. Like in that clip, my boy Laker fan, shout out to him, he was greening heavily contested floaters in takeover. Bro, I get it, you in takeover, but at least get a step on your defender before you go up. If I'm locking you up, you shouldn't be able to throw up some wild contested floater, green it because you got sharp or shot created takeover. That ruins the skill gap. So if 2K26 really wants to reward skill-based gameplay, we need all of that to make sense. If you can create space, you shouldn't get bailed out. If you can't create space, you shouldn't get bailed out, period. So if you clamp up, you should get rewarded. And that's why I'm hype about these new defensive contact upgrades too. And look, defense was a real issue in NBA 2K25, in my opinion. Small guards basically had mini marksmen. They had every shooting badge in the book. They was fading for deep, hitting step backs, and it felt like locks really didn't have anything extra to really clamp up. Challenger really didn't work. Pick dodger really didn't work like that. So you could play perfect on ball D, but if you get hit with a screen, boom, you're out of the play. That's why you saw all them locks tried to really get speed in their build, because speed was the only thing to really combat pick dodger not being able to work. So I'm hoping that NBA 2K26, all these new defensive tools, better play contact, better footwork, that's going to help locks actually clamp up these mini sharps now. I feel as though you should have the tools to fight through screens. You should have the badges to fight through screens, contest those tough shots, and really make those little guards work for it. Not just watch them fade from half court and pray they miss. Now, let's tap into this MyPLAYER builder information. The MyPLAYER builder has been balanced to ensure that all heights, short and tall, can be effective on the court and encourage more build diversity. Overall, the builder stays intuitive for beginners, but veteran players can dive deeper into creating their perfect builds. So hopefully we ain't just seeing the same 6'1", 99 3 ball or the same 6'9", 2-way every game. If they balance it right, you'll see taller builds back in the park, more unique guard builds, and more inside bigs. And it actually takes some thought when you pull up. But we're going to see. They say this every year, so I'm going to keep it real with y'all. We just going to have to wait and see, gang. See when the game drop, for real, for real. So the question I'm seeing around, do I think taller builds / demigods, are they going to be back? And then my response to that is probably. There's always going to be that one OP build that everyone copies. But if they really balance this builder right, maybe, and also get the gameplay right, maybe this year we'll see more just diversity. Like actual bigs, inside bigs, pure locks, short sharps, instead of everybody being 6'1" or 6'9". But you know how this goes. We're gonna find out as soon as that builder drops. So lock in, because I'm dropping my day 1 meta build 2 on launch. And something else people need to know too, cap breakers and takeovers are back this year. So instead of your build being stuck, you can keep grinding and break through caps to get your stats higher over time. It's smart. It rewards people who actually hoop instead of dropping VC on 5 builds every season. Plus, the 5-level takeover system is back too. So you can stack takeovers how you want and really control how you play. So if you want to be a 2-way glass cleaner one week, then switch it up and run sharp rim the next week, you got the flexibility. I just hope it's balanced right. At the end of the day, the gameplay gotta hit. That what matters the most, for real, for real. 2K25 gameplay was so wonky at times. Like, you clamp somebody up and they'll hit a contested fade. Or you get stuck in dumb animations, slide on defense. You can block somebody's shot and it go in. Or miss wide open but hit 100% smothers. It didn't feel right half the time. So all this builder talk, all these new modes, they cool. But if the gameplay don't match, it don't mean nothing. If the gameplay actually rewards skill this year, like they saying, then we might actually have something. Look, everybody wants 2K to be balanced and fun. But that's hard to pull off. Too balanced, the game is stiff, no crazy moments, and everybody plays the same. Too fun, everybody cheesing, everybody complaining, glitching. You got glitching, fading from half, paint mashing, builds with no weakness. So I'm hoping 2K26 really finally finds that sweet spot. A game that rewards skill, has balance, but still got those hype moments that makes you want to keep hooping. That's all we want, for real. And 2K in the past have shown like flashes where they can actually implement this. 2K16 and 17, it was simple but fun and fairly balanced. 2K19, some cheese, but the skill gap felt good. And even in 2K20, it was rim running but fun for the most part. Now, let's talk about the park or the city. I'm with the Elite, and I ain't gonna hold you, bro. There's been times where I've loaded into the Elite Park, and I don't like it, bro. I don't like the pirate ship. That shit look dumb as hell. And it's been times where I loaded in the park and nobody's even in the park. Like, so this makeover that they're giving it is well due, for real, for real. So they're saying the park is getting a makeover with more grounded, real life type courts, better lighting, and a fixed time of day, so you don't got the annoying half court shade, half court and bright sunlight nonsense. They also said that the city's going to be smaller and tighter this year. So the city is coming back so all your spots are closer together and you don't got to spend half your time skating around just to find a game. Personally, I like that. I want to get in, squad up, and get a game fast. I want to get to the hoops, bro. I'm tired of all this other tomfoolery. I want to get to the hoops. Nobody wants to spend more time walking around than actually hooping. And then like that, they're adding more ways to flex too. Daily leaderboards, 12-foot statues of all the top players outside rec theater. So that's a big W. Now, I ain't gonna hold you. I hope they fix some of these VC prices. It's no way a do-rag should cost more in the game than it actually costs in real life. Like, that's kind of crazy when you think about that. So hopefully they fix some of these VC prices, some of these clothing prices. But I know 2K, they not. But it's it's hopeful wishing for real at the end of the day. Now, next up, let's talk about My Career, because I know it's some My Career grinders out there. I like My Career too. But so they're changing how the story works this year. In NBA 2K26, the prelude is called Out of Bounds, and they're saying your draft stock actually changes based on how you play. So if you hoop out, you rise your draft stock. If you sell, you might slide down or miss out on any certain opportunities from your agent. What crazy is they're giving us more choices too. You can run the regular draft and let the teams pick you, or you can bet on yourself and do a private workout and choose where you go. So if you always wanted to pull a LeBron or Kobe type move, you can. I like this. If they really make your choices matter, in past 2Ks, the story was cool, but your games really didn't change much. This year, it sounds like there's real consequences. So if you're a My Career grinder, that's something to keep your eyes on too. All my OGs remember, you feel me? It was a time in 2K where if you sell, they sending your ass to the G League. You really had to earn your minutes. So if they bring that vibe back in NBA 2K26, I'm here for it, you feel me? All right, y'all. That's everything I got for y'all now on NBA 2K26. We talked about the gameplay, the builder, the park, My Career, and all that. Now, I want to know what y'all think. Do y'all think 2K going to get it right this year, or they just talking again? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read them all. Smash that like button if you learned something new. And if you're new here, hit that sub button and lock in. Because when that builder reveals drop and all those modes drop, I'm dropping day one breakdowns for y'all. We locking in all year. Appreciate y'all for rocking with your boy. I catch y'all in the next one. It's your boy G's. Y'all enjoy y'all day. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be great. And I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace. One love.